Hello there YouTube, my name is Chuggy and today I have the pleasure in bringing you some gameplay from the just released Battlefield 3 Armored Kill. Today guys I'm playing some Conquest on Alborz Mountains as you can see, and today guys, well, it's a live commentary. All the bits of DLC released so far I've done a live commentary as my first video. I thought why not break with tradition. So today you're going to see me obviously playing the map here, talking through what's going on and why. But also, hopefully, if I have time, perhaps a little bit of a talk about Armored Kill, my impressions. I've played it for a few hours or so now, what I like, what I dislike, etc. So, without further ado, let's get on with the AC130 race, as I call it. So, let someone else get that anti-air tank. I want the bug, or the ATV. These are a lot of fun. So, what I've discovered playing this is it's all about vehicle use. As you can probably imagine, this is all about armour. Fighting for space with a tank destroyer, which probably isn't a good idea. This is all about armour and using it together in smart ways, let's say, to control the map. And the biggest piece of armour probably you can get, or certainly the heaviest, is the AC130 gunship, which spawns at a given flag. And by the looks of it, stupid decision, stupid decision, stupid decision. Yep, stupid decision. Although that's worked out quite weirdly well. Damn it, where'd he go? He was right here. Damn, and I buy the farm for that. Oh well, he's dead, it's fine, we'll capture the flag. So yeah, the way I'd describe this piece of DLC, if I had to sum it up in like a few words, is madness and serenity. You'll have moments where you're on your own, you're in these beautiful, massive places, where you can just take a moment and admire the view, and then you'll have moments where all hell breaks loose. Like when, say, you're in control of the AC-130 gunship. And in particular, the massive gun. So this is the second time I've actually been in the gunship. Basically this is obviously the hot ticket item. And let's see what we can do with it now we're actually in control. So there's my first target, and what have I done? Not much. Destroyed a few mines.
Yeah, I've got an enemy.
Oh, there you go, there's a kill, that'll work. Just engaging that hostile there.
An enemy jet has been spotted in your area.
So as you can probably expect, the AC-130 is mighty powerful from a distance, but also, as you would probably expect, it's very vulnerable when you get up close. Net result, you need a really good team balance of players to make sure you get to use the vehicles together as best you can, really.
Enemy soldiers spotted.
So the thing with the AC-130 is it is lethal. As you can see, I'm just ripping up the infantry here. But at the same time, if you're being pestered by jets or whatever it may be, you won't last long. And as I have currently switched the anti-air gun to try and spot whoever's assaulting us. Right, so there's the Angel of Death flares. Beautiful. Swap back to the main gun now. Yeah, you need protection basically from your jets, and I think it's the first time actually in Battlefield 3 where the jets actually have a defensive role. Normally they're purely offensive. You know, you've got you know, destroyer vehicles and whatnot. You don't have a target to defend naturally. So we're doing quite well here, taking on this vehicle which is taking the flag. Unfortunately, it's not yet been disabled, which is quite surprising. But we're now getting hit by something. There's a jet. This here is my gunship. Get your own. That's some of that action. He'll be back. I'm just going to hang here until he makes another pass. So another thing to notice with the AC-130, no regenerating health. So you've got to be very careful. So personally I found what works best when you go to destroy one of these things is just to attack with the cannon, because it is very, very, very powerful against this. Have that. Gunship 1, jet 0. It is mighty powerful, and yeah, you can't be flared obviously, and obviously the Angel of Death flare is quite pretty in its own way. See, can't really get too much better zoom on this vehicle, just trying to help destroy it for our team here. Now getting attacked by, I think, by an anti-air gun. That was a mistake. So they are now capturing this base. The second that we lose this AC130, they will be able to spawn in it, which obviously isn't good. We don't want that. Oh dear, and it's really ripping us a new one now. Obviously they all want control of that. 17%, this isn't looking good for us. In fact, you can start to see some fire. Just firing on those 120. There we go. Ooh! Double kill. Wasn't expecting that. So, if I turn off the thermal somehow, I've forgotten how. Oh, that's your Angel of Death flares. I think we're in trouble here. Bang, there we go. So yeah, the AC-130, very, very powerful, but very, very vulnerable. And what we'll have done there, obviously, is we've distracted their jets. Our helicopters, hopefully, have been able to do some work. We'll see. Anyway, I think that's enough AC-130 for now. You can very rarely get into it, but that's actually a pretty decent stint I've just had in it, which is nice. Anyway, moving on. Infantry. So the thing with Armoured Kill, obviously, it's all about vehicles, or so most people would have you think. It really isn't, though. It's all about the vehicles, even, not the infantry. Well, it isn't necessarily, actually. It's quite a pleasant thing that I've found with it. Vehicles obviously have an advantage over... Whoa, blimey, getting shot. Yeah. Ugh, that wasn't so good. Vehicles obviously have a natural advantage over infantry. Infantry, soft and squidgy, tanks, whatnot, very hard. But the thing is, people realise that there are going to be an awful lot of vehicles about. So what I've actually found is pretty much everyone I've seen, infantry-wise, has been playing engineer in some guides. Obviously, that means that vehicles have got very short lifespans, much shorter, as there's the enemy AC-130, much shorter than normal Conquest, say. Sounds like a shotgun. Oh, I got him with a headshot. Yeah, so I haven't seen one of them in a while. So yeah, the vehicles, if you sort of go, oh, it's just going to be a vehicle fest, it's going to be very boring. Be prepared to be surprised, actually, and I was really pleasantly surprised. It's not so much of as a vehicle fest as you would expect. As long as you've got a team who are working their vehicles, you will have no problem. So take a very speculative shot on that AC-130. In fact, thank you for your tags! That will go in my filing cabinet of death. Okay, so, that being said, filing cabinet of death, where was I? Filing cabinet of death, and hold on, I got work to do. Oh yeah, another piece of advice with this. Obviously, you've got these massive environments. As infantry, you've got so much to take in. I mean, just look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it? This is on console. This is on poor peasant machine, as most people would have you think. One thing to be really aware of is your personal space. And as you just saw, I was able to knife that guy, take out that other guy, might not have seen me for whatever reason. You really need to be aware of your personal space as infantry. Obviously, you want to be aware of vehicles. They will destroy you in a heartbeat if they get the opportunity. Also, watch out for just a general personal environment. I can't tell you, I've had more melee ribbons playing the last few rounds than ever before. Anyway, let's go and see if we can. Just going to ditch here, because no doubt they will have mines or something, I would have thought, but... Oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, damn. Keep going, Chuggy, you're doing alright. Right, okay, I think we're okay then. Capture it. I don't think anyone else is left. We're alright. Whoop. ACR. Nope, friendly. Okay, we're good. We're good. Great success. Okay, calm down. So yeah, as I said, Armoured Kill, moments of madness like that, and then moments of serenity where you just have a moment to take stock of what you've just achieved. Anyway. Speaking of moments of madness, why would you drive one of those into here? Oh, that's the end of him. Ooh, ATV. Hello, good sir. Right, I think he's putting down mines. Let's go for B. So yeah, Armoured Kill is not just a vehicle fest, which is nice, which I was kind of fearing. I mean, I was fearing on multiple fronts. You know, vehicles, rightly, are better than infantry. But with so many engineers, they do not last long, so that's good. The maps, they're massive. I thought, oh no, on console they're going to play terribly. They really don't. I don't know quite how DICE have done it, but yeah, excuse me, yeah, you have long runs between A and B. Or A to B even, but there are plenty of vehicles you can get from A to B. I mean, the ATV is like a little lightning bolt. It's fantastic, and that's just too tempting not to take a shot at. Ooh, yeah, and look, I just got shot by a rifle from somewhere. Recons want to have a new use in terms of you will be able to do very long-range reconnaissance. In fact, look at him, he's all the way over there at E. That's 450 odd meters away. I'm going to just take a speculative shot there with an RPG. You won't get halfway there, I expect. I do. Trail looks good. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, it's actually surprisingly good for infantry action, which is great, obviously. You know, I'm playing this as a first-person shooter, not a first-person vehicle sim, so that's cool. All in all, I would say get it. I really would. Obviously, Battlefield is a game of spectrums. You've got close quarters, which was all CQC, obviously. Now you've got this, which is all open. And you've got to play the DLCs differently as a result. As there's actually a hostile behind me, I just saw on the map, and yeah, look, there he is. Either AFK or not looking. Anyway, I will take the kill either way. Either way. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with Armoured Kill. So, having played a few rounds, best piece of advice, or pieces of advice that I can say is, 1, be aware of your surroundings if you're infantry. 2, if you're a vehicle, play smart. And 3, play the objective, as always. Having control of flags will make your life easier in the long run. And as you can see, because we've had them pretty locked down with maybe only 1 or 2 flags, we've been able to manage and control the match so far, so that's been cool. Anyway, having said that, let's have a go at some of these recons, which are having a lovely time up at D, and let's talk about the patch. So just like Close Quarters, DICE released their patch for Battlefield, fixing a load of issues, from glitching through walls to weapon balances and tweaks. Let's take a moment. Can't see any rifles, so whoop! Speak of the devil! No, you can't get away with that. In fact, hold on.
Yeah, I spotted an enemy soldier, over.
Can't hit him. That body just kept going. I would normally go back for C at that point because it is the AC130 basis. Magic, thank you. Magic floating weapon. Where is he?
Objective neutralized.
What we got? What we got? G18, tugs, no beacon. We're losing it. I better move. Time for a bit of recon gameplay. So yeah, the patch has changed an awful lot. Weapon balancing, for better for worse, there is something to be aware of. M16 seems to have perhaps a little glitch on it where...
I spotted an AT soldier.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. Can't remember if these will destroy mines in one shot. I will hold off just in case they won't. Yeah, there's perhaps a little glitch with the M16. It doesn't seem to be affected by suppression now, which obviously isn't ideal. So that's obviously going to need looking into, so be aware of that if you're an M16 user. You may have a bit of flack from other players as a result now. There we go, suppression kill assist. So yeah, you might get a bit of flack from other players for using the M16, so be aware of that. But on the whole, lots of changes. Predominantly, I'd say, for the better, actually. So yeah, enemy buggy or something. I've got a hit in, 88 damage, it's not too bad. Let's see, can this destroy that? Not by the look of it, okay. So yeah, one couple of interesting issues though. A few, if you will, controversial changes have been made in particular to the helicopters, which I briefly want to touch on while we're playing here. We've got a little bit of a jog, a little bit of time to recoup, as we've got a vehicle moving in. So spot it for our teammates so they see it, hopefully. And I'll just prepare to see if there are any more engineers who might drop out and repair. In fact, losing B, let's head to B, that's closer. So yeah, the helicopters, the gunners have lost the ability to flare, and the reason given is that basically a helicopter pilot and helicopter gunner with flares was an unstoppable combination. And to be fair, yeah, it kind of was. You get a team talking to each other, basically you needed like a direct RPG hit or a hit by a tank shell or something to take them out, which isn't easy, obviously. DICE felt that this was something which needed addressing, and sure enough, they have addressed it. So no more flares for the gunner. So obviously that has made the helicopters significantly more vulnerable. Having said that, the fact that you can no longer do that... Nice shot. The fact that that's now happened, obviously... Out of the way. Oh! I just got sat down. Yeah, okay, that was stupid. Not aware of personal space, see what I'm saying? Anyway, so yeah, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say, you know. Oh no, helicopters, right. So now that helicopters, you can't just instantly flare, it's opened up new combinations, which I think people will have forgotten. So I've been running around, enjoying life, and all of a sudden, attack helicopter will turn up and gun me down. Reason being, the gunner has flares, and those flares will destroy you. Flares. What am I on about? They now have, just use this missile launcher. Eat this! They're now using things like Oh, look at the wind. IR smoke, nice. Got a target coming up, I better engage him instead of using that. So, oh hell, there's a guy behind me. Blast. Fair play. So yeah, the helicopter gunner can't flare, and that means that they're now using different perks instead of the flare. So infrared seems to be very popular. You can be just loving life on your own, and all of a sudden you get attacked and obviously killed as a result by the gunner, as they can now see you really clearly. It's opened things up. Helicopters aren't as weak as perhaps people would let you have you think, perhaps. So interesting times afoot for helicopter users, I'll say that. Let's see what we can do in the air, perhaps protect the AC130 from their jets. Actually, another thing I should perhaps mention while I'm in the jet is thanks to the patch and obviously changes with vehicles, like the gunners no longer having flares, your setup for the vehicles might have changed, so be aware of that before you enter the room, because that obviously can be an issue. And did I just kill the pilot? Shoot the pilot out the canopy? Beautiful. I haven't done that before. That's a first. Right. Enemy helicopter, let's have a go at that, shall we? Fly along this massive frozen lake, getting engaged. Don't know what by, perhaps the helicopter.
Enemy helicopter spotted. Over. Objective secured.
Ah, blast, he ducked. Right, flare that, get the heck out. Normally, the reason I mentioned the loadout thing is normally I'd have air radar to see other vehicles and whatnot. By the way, friendlies have finally been added to the air radar system, so you'll be able to see each other, which is nice. Oh, boom. Okay, that's dead. But yeah, I'm flying without any form of assistance, and that's quite confusing. Ah, AC130. Let's have a go. So just engaging here with the cannon. See if we can get a flare in. Duck away before I hit the damn thing. It's a big old girl, and by the way, if you're worried about jet rammers on that thing, the jets will hit it. No, the AC-130 will be unaffected though, so jet ramming? Nope. I think I'm going to stall if I stay like this. Well, there's the disable. Engines are on fire. Not much life in that girl, I'm afraid. And you see, because the enemy aren't using their jets to keep me off, they're now in trouble. I got it, I think, but this jet is now toast. Let's see if we can get somewhere near civilization before ditching. 12, 11, B, there was B, jump. Nice drop in, you can see a helicopter there. This map is wonderful, just look at the elevation change, it's really tactical. Pull the chute before I break my legs. And on the floor, there we go. Didn't quite flare properly there, but never mind. And there we go, we've got the AC-130 because of that, lovely. So yeah, team roles with the vehicles, really important. I just took out their AC-130 single-handed because no one contested me. Ah, I should have had him. Yeah, so because I was uncontested, took out the AC-130, we now got it. Vehicle control is really important, and working together to keep vehicle control is what I'd say is the key. So bear that in mind when you play, and you shouldn't go too far wrong. Right, so at this stage of the game, I'm just going to jump back in the jet, actually. I would normally go for flags, but since there are only 13 tickets, I don't think there's much in terms of tickets, or flags, I should say, which could be taken. So let's go across and keep jets off our AC-130 right until the end. By the looks of it, there's one having a go now. And it's doing a good job by the looks of it. Right, let's try and use missiles. Come on. Ooh, I've completely overspeeded that. Yeah, you can't flare bullets, old boy. You can flare missiles. I think he's ditched that. Right, I'll bug out that. I'm going to chase him down there. And there you go, that's game. Blimey. Right, recap. What have I talked about? A lot. Let me put it like this. Armoured kill is an interesting experience. On console, obviously the PC is going to have a much better time, more players and everything else, but what I will say is this, it is really good fun. Pleasantly, surprisingly good fun, let me say that. So yeah, work together, use the vehicles together, protect one another, and you know, just play as you would normally, I guess. It's just on a much bigger stage, vehicles have a greater impact. Play as an engineer, you'll have a good time. And the actual patch, there are a few controversial changes, but on the whole, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so guys, that's that. Thank you very much for watching, if you're still with me. A pretty long game there for a 100% game. Nice and close, that's how we like it. And yeah, just thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments you want to leave about Armored Kill, feel free to do so down in the comments below. If you're new to my videos, you can always subscribe. Again, guys, thank you so very much for watching. So I've been Chuggy, and I'll see you next time. Have a lovely day.